cover up. 9/11, cover up. 9/11, cover
America's just getting here.
9/11, cover up. 9/11, cover up.
We're gonna walk around about 3 blocks.
Yeah.
3 blocks the other way around.
Yeah, it's shut down a bit.
Everywhere.
Truth now!
Jeff, we are too panicked.
Truth now! 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 Truth now!
Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11.
Truth now!
9/11. Truth now.
9/11.
Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11. Truth now. 9/11.
Was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. Inside job.
9/11 was an inside job.
Inside job.
Truth now. Truth now. Truth now. Truth now. Truth now.
9/11.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, we've got plenty of information, DVDs. Come talk to us. Come find out why we're here. 3 buildings fell 11 years ago, not 2. This building fell 5:20 in the afternoon, free fall speed. It was not hit by plane. Ask questions, demand answers, seek truth.
The one that this building is replacing fell. This was the building before.
If Barry Jennings were alive, he'd tell you all about the explosions he heard in Tower 7. He said he heard explosions and he felt dead bodies too. And then he was murdered 2 days before NIST released its final report on Building 7. Coincidence? I think not.
The person that was supposed to investigate his death ended up ended up running for the hills.
Was he given a cease and desist? Who knows, but most likely.
Why is it that so many people, including first responders, said that they heard and or seen explosions going all around buildings 1, 2, and 7? How many people know that in 1975, North Tower 1 to the man?
Why were those places shut down? Because there were drills taking place simultaneously. The buildings, a place being blown into buildings at the precise same time.
Pull it, Larry.
On a smoke screen.
Pull it, Larry. Pull it. 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 Pull it, Larry. Pull it.
$8 billion later.
Larry said pull it. He said it.
Hi,
PBS. PBS. Larry said pull it. Sounds like a personal problem to me, but
USA, I tell you right now.
USA, question the truth. Question the official story.
Buying everything for you.
Freedom line.
Communists don't lie.
The communists don't lie.
Patriots question 9/11.com.
Everything lies for you. You don't have no faith. You don't have no God. You don't come in here to enjoy your faith. You come in here.
God is not our government.
That's right. They want to do it. They want to do it.
Because it's a God thing. It's a God thing. And God still watch over America. You can't take America down.
American flag regalia.
America will stand because America stands for God. Liberty, freedom, justice for all. For all. Go back. Go to Russia. Go to China. Ain't no freedom there. Freedom is in America. Everybody can stand up for their own right. Everybody can declare.
Homeland Security.
America can't go down.
This is what the Nazis suffered from in Germany. This is what nationalism does.
Watch America.
See, in Nazi Germany, they suffered from this thing called nationalism. Nationalism is where you have a sickness where you believe your country over truth.
God, make it burn to the ground. You can't take on America because America belongs to God. America belongs to
$8 billion later in his pocket.
God protect America.
You will go
God protect America.
underneath the God.
See, here we are. America is the only country besides Nazi Germany to worship their flag. It is the only country
US,
besides Nazi
listen.
Germany to
Listen,
pledge
move,
allegiance
don't get
to
in
their
my
flag.
face, all right?
Nazi Germany.
get
So
in
here
my
they are.
face. You stay
This
in
is what
that
nationalism looks
Don't get
like.
it. You were the Nazis and the Stalin and everything.
America.
We got the Nazis by the neck. By the
No
neck.
more.
This is
No
what
more. We
nationalism
said no
looks like,
more.
ladies and
No more
gentlemen.
to Nazi run in America. No more.
Can I ask you why you're here today?
I'm here to remember what they tried to do to America. They tried to take us down, but they can't because we are one nation under God. We ain't gonna make nobody divide us. Don't care what they try to do. God will stand for America.
Who's they in this case?
Oh, whoever it is, whatever plans, because this was a demonic plan.
Whoever the
to
government
take
says are the bad guys?
Whoever they say, whatever they do,
So-
they try.
So you'll do whatever the government says in opposing the enemies of America?
Anything. The first thing America need to do, America need to repent, because if America didn't open up themselves to a lot of other stuff, there was a
Do you think
protective
it's American
shield.
to just do whatever the government tells you to do?
Oh, no. I only do what God tells me to do. You see, but when you open up yourself to
So,
not obey God,
does-
there are enemies that will come in to destroy this nation.
Does
But they
God
can't.
think does God think America is better than all the other countries on the planet?
Oh, listen, anybody who stand on God's side, God said he will defend them. He said he will fight against them that fight against us. He said he will take hold of shield and buckler. And he said he will stand up for our head.
So
for our head come from the Lord. And that is why when they try to threaten America, President Bush tell them, we fear no evil.
So what do you
And they
think?
want to make us be afraid.
So what do you think about there being so many atheists in America?
Well, God give us our free choice, and He will never force us to serve Him. But remember, He's the Almighty, and whenever you disobey the Almighty, there is a punishment.
And God is telling you to obey government?
He said, obey those who have the rule over you. So if communism run over rule of America, you all have to obey them.
So your God wants you to be a slave?
No. It's a matter of being slave. You see, when God is in authority, whoever is in authority, your job, whoever send you or whoever you are, you got to follow under authority. Some kind of authority. And if you don't come under the right authority, you're going to fall under another authority.
You can't be under your own authority?
No, how are you going to be under your own authority?
Why do you have to be under somebody else? That sounds
very anti-freedom and
No. That's not anti-freedom. You was under your mother's authority when you were born.
Right, but I don't want to live under anyone. I'm an adult. I don't want to live under anyone. I want to be a human being.
Oh, yeah. Everybody want. What do we want? That governs your choices. If you have a wife,
Well, if you're being
you can't
governed,
just sleep out as you like because you're under her
well,
authority.
you get to choose
if you
your
have
wife.
a
You don't
girlfriend,
get to choose your government.
Oh, yes, you do get to choose your government.
Oh, really?
It's only communism don't choose nothing. You don't have no right to vote. In America, you don't like Obama, you vote him out. You put in whoever you like. In America, this is the country of freedom where you do as you like. Ain't nobody. They want communism in this country.
Where did you learn all this?
What?
Where did you learn all this?
Where I learned all this?
Yeah.
I go to college. I got a degree. I go to Sunday school. I go to summer school. And I'm still in school.
What college did you go to?
Lighthouse. And listen, this is it. I'm a Jamaican. And I believe in freedom in Jamaica. When we don't like who's in government, we vote them out. And it's the same thing in America. You don't like Obama, vote him out.
But if only...
communism, you can't vote out Massa too.
Do you know how many
You can't vote, you don't have no right to vote. They treat you all like animals. You all complain, oh, you're supposed to go to some country. Well, they claim they got this and they got, but they don't have no freedom. And you can't afford to give up your freedom because God give man freedom. God give you freedom. You was born to make choices. God give you that right. And let me tell America, America is still under God's protection. But the moment you stroke God restraint, down you will go. This is a sign. They will just show you what they will do if you all don't obey them. And not everybody call tongue to say, we want them because we're afraid of them. Don't be afraid of no man. Don't be afraid of no government. There is one God. The Almighty, the ruler, the creator of
What
the
if God
heavens.
told us to overthrow this government because it was doing so many unholy and murderous things?
Listen, that means you was doing it because you're the government. Anything what the government tell you to do, unholy, and you do it. You take responsibility for that. The
So what would
Almighty
you say to
God.
like the troops that are serving abroad that may be engaged in
Oh,
some
listen.
unholy things?
If you don't know, if you don't stand up for your right, you will have to go down somewhere. Because from the beginning of time there was war. War didn't start in America. War started in heaven. War started in heaven when Lucifer decided to overthrow God. And God, he couldn't overthrow God. God sent him down here. So God sent him down here. He still continues war back. And you are blame God. God didn't start war. God didn't start war. Lucifer started war. Bring it down to man.
You were intended to have. Look at what's happening.
Were killed by the 1% who would kill the rest of you too, and they wouldn't give a shit.
Hey guys, do me a favor, keep moving, please.
What are you doing? Why who's the Oh, no, you were told to say that at every protest. Right,
guys, just move back. Give them some room to move.
Come on, guys.
Police are concerned with pedestrian traffic, not with First Amendment rights today. Pedestrian traffic is of importance.
Protest be allowed in Russia, but not in free America.
We cannot talk to you people on the street
Protest
because of the war on terror, because of 9/11.
Why won't they fucking Freedom Tower? Because it's not for freedom, it's for hypocrisy and killing.
And each and every one of you,
You're informing this system. Think about your kids. What are you going to tell your kids? That you supported a corrupt government? That you stopped the First Amendment? That is because of 9/11. How are you going to look at your kids in the eyes? When they become a slave to the system more than
all the occupation, it all roots in 9/11. And because people are so emotional themselves and have a knee-jerk reaction that shun anyone who questions 9/11, they will continue to believe a lie. We have
Naval intelligence officer murdered after 9/11.
Adam said his words. We marched down here. Obviously, it's 9/11. There's a lot of emotional people.
Some of them are real life trolls. Others are just emotional people. You know, they react with their emotions. They get stuck in that, and they don't allow themselves to critically think or to hear the information around for them. Instead, they start attacking us. As you can see, there's a lot of people saying that we should be locked up, that we should go back to Russia or China because we're questioning the government. Apparently, is un-American. But this is what real nationalism is. Patriotism is questioning the government, questioning things, and looking for answers, looking for truth. They want us to be nationalists, blind sheep, and you know I don't think that's what this country is built on, and I don't think any country in the world should be built on that. So we're out here doing our thing. They're gonna try to move us, but stay tuned. Thank you.
I can't watch them.
No, I haven't. I've seen excerpts of them, but they are very.
They all make these very.
They are very
safe,
nauseous.
Right, very safe speeches where they talk about jobs and there's a better future, and we're not there yet. You know, so it's all the same BS. You know,
because we were meddling in the Middle East. So, have you deployed? Yeah. Do you think that what do you do? What's your MOS?
I am a welder.
You're a welder?
Yes, sir.
So, what kind? They don't call me sir. I was a sergeant. Come on, come on. All right. So you're a welder, and what kind of unit do you work in? What kind of equipment?
Humvees, stuff like that.
So do you hope to deploy to the Middle East?
If we go, we go.
But because you trust the government, right? Yep. Yeah. So why do you trust the government?
I don't know. I don't know. My brothers are in the military. All my family's been. It's just
could it possibly be because it's easier than questioning the government?
Maybe. I couldn't answer that.
Maybe. Well, what do you think would happen if you didn't trust the government? What if your understanding of government was that it was a mechanism of exploitation that treated Americans and really all governments treated its people around the world as tax cows? How would you look at government differently if you had that model of what government is?
I would have to be there when it happened to see that. I couldn't tell you.
Well, I mean, you got history books, man. You can see all the things the government has done. You can go back to the war crimes committed, going back to our treatment of Native Americans. Oh, you're getting difficult questions. Hold on, we were having a conversation. Can't talk.
And we can speak with a sergeant or a captain.
so I guess freedom of speech doesn't exist with them. Okay.
Some privates just got in trouble, as you saw.
Has anyone tried? No.
I definitely didn't.
First, get the documents, prove it to yourself and understand it, and then boom, we can take these people with these new videos. Even we can take them to court and say, look, this is all kept secret by NIST. It's now declassified. This disproves their collapse theory by fire, among other things. There's a whole bunch of new evidence. Let's enter it into the courtroom instead of just discussing it on message boards forever and ever and ever.
We have more than enough evidence.
Yeah.
We keep saying,
we need researchers, not activists.
Critical thinkers sat there and listened to the story that just made up.
We need researchers, like even the Toronto hearings. That's a step in the right direction. But what is that? A civil jury, a civil grand jury? We need an actual jury with actual judges, with actual witnesses that we can call in that can back up this declassified evidence. I mean, most people have been throwing around are you recording all this? Mm-hmm. Is this live streaming?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah. All these years, people have been talking about the fact that the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, was running a drill that very morning of flying planes into their buildings and responding to like a crashed airplane. So the theory is they could have modified this drill to fly the airplanes into the World Trade Center and Pentagon. But for years, no one even knew the name of this drill. It was reported in Alex Jones's early movies, the Boston Globe article, and the AP that on the morning of 9/11 they were running this simulation drill. And now we actually have the declassified name of the drill. It's called Tapestry Gold ZBEC, or Exercise TGX. So we now have the details declassified. Some of them are still blacked out, but we have the name of the drill and some of the details. So if we actually go about it in this way, getting the actual documents for 9/11, how they carried the attacks out, we can actually explain to people, well, this is how the government, this is how the Air Force and made NORAD stand down and all the rest of it. So the theory is they had to be able to fly the planes in such a way that the rest of the Air Force could not intercept them through their normal radar instruments and other technology. So the idea is they were probably flying the airplanes by satellite from outer space so that NORAD couldn't on the ground track it with their instruments. So it sounds preposterous, far-fetched, but we know remote control technology exists. We just don't know how deep the details of it go. So the idea is maybe they were using satellites from outer space to actually control the aircraft. And now we have Tapestry Gold Zebek, the actual declassified in February 2011. This drill from the National Reconnaissance Office, we now have those details, and we could possibly find out what's going on. So don't believe me. I mean, go do the Freedom of Information Act request. Contact the Pentagon, contact the FBI, and ask them, look, I'd like documents pertaining to 9/11. And most of the time, they'll tell you to just go F yourselves, because most people don't know about the FOIA laws. I'm still learning about it, the process, and that's why they'll block stuff, certain stuff out, or they just won't even send you a response. But James Gorley, you know, the guy who acquired all these new 9/11 gate tapes, he was denied it for years. He did a FYA request since 2009. Finally, in 2010, they just threw the whole kitchen sink at him, 5 terabytes of declassified videos. And so I tell people, you could laugh at me on the street now if you want. I'll just go home after this rally and watch brand new declassified 9/11 videos on all my favorite channels on YouTube. You know, it just comes out every day. I'll go home and watch a brand new hour-long video, never before seen footage from a chopper or from eyewitnesses or whatever. So you can laugh all you want. The evidence is there and it continues to come out. So that's pretty much
2 questions.
all I gotta say.
So, first of all, has the government ever officially responded to the fact that some of the hijackers are found alive? We were talking about this last night. Do they just ignore that?
No, they throw out a bunch of different stories that overlap and contradict each other, so that, like I was saying, there really is no official story.
Yeah.
That's why it's our job to actually tell people what did happen, because as far as I'm concerned, even the official story admits that the hijackers were working for the U.S. government. They were part of a military exchange program training at U.S. Navy and Air Force bases. So even if you believe the official story, it's still an inside job. That's what's so funny about debunkers, is that they don't even realize what they're defending.
What do you think about this? This is a question that I've been asking everybody because it gets asked to us, and I'm sure you've heard. Okay, so there's people who generally just disbelieve in the state. They understand that this is what happens, you know, when powerful people, they get the whole thing. But then to them, when we start talking about 9/11 truth, they're like, well, what's the point? Even if I did believe what you guys are saying, it wouldn't change my worldview, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, exactly. First, we need to get the story straight, then prosecute the people responsible, and then from there, we would definitely have some kind of a societal shift, a major change, because people keep asking, well, what if we finally all agree on this and it's accepted fact? Well, then history is going to have to change dramatically. Yo.
This is Glenn from We Are Change, New Jersey, guys. Hey,
I just got here, man. How you doing?
Glenn. First time I've ever seen you in New York.
Yeah, no, I've been here in a while.
He does. Hey guys, this is Dubble from We Are Change Chicago.
What's going on,
got anything
man?
to say?
We're out here, Ground Zero. Another lovely day out here talking to some people. Got a few hostile people earlier, but right now everyone's being really receptive to the information. Just educating them. We got flyers, DVDs. You can't make it out to New York, start something in your own town, man. We got to keep this message going. It's been 60 years since Kennedy, and we still don't know what even happened. We cannot allow 9/11 to become the next Kennedy conspiracy. Educate yourselves. Learn about AE911truth.org. Over 1,700 architects and engineers and demanding a new investigation simply off the physical anomalies of the 9/11 attacks. Educate yourselves. Investigate 9/11.
Thank you.
Where's Derrick?
Yeah, all right. I was just about to ask you for a DVD.
Hey man, you're Double, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I really like that song. Man.
So,
I'm gonna use that for my intro.
Nice. That's what's up, man. Do what you do.
National emergency on that very day. You know, just overlook all that. No significance.
It is an emergency call, and everyone was out here that day. Matter of fact, we have a neighbor, which his brother passed away in Towers when it happened.
Yeah. And so, do you think it's disrespectful to try to find out who murdered that person? Or because a lot of people say that we're disrespectful, you know, for trying to find that information about your friend getting murdered. Do you think that it's okay to have a new investigation?
No, they should investigate more into it. I think
so?
we have rights to find out what really happened.
Do you think they ever will?
Excuse me?
Do you think they ever will investigate it?
To protect themselves, I don't think so.
So, do you think it's still beneficial though for us to do this, to tell people?
Is it beneficial? Yes, it should be told. The truth should be told. We need to know what's right, what's wrong, what happened. I don't think it's fair for us not to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's
you know, we have the youth still growing up. they need to find out the truth of what exactly happened on that day.
Because in the history books that they're going to be teaching our kids, it's not going to mention that there's questions around the story. They're just going to tell them 19 Muslims did it and we went to war and that's what it's going to be.
This war is all coming from a long time from the Bush family. This is coming from oil, basically.
And some people also say, Saddam threatened to kill his father and that was him getting him back.
Getting him back, which I don't think it was fair for everybody else to die. Young children, innocent people.
Not at all.
Not at all. I don't think it's right at all that everybody else had to suffer and lose family members over something that...
Do you know anybody who got sick from the dust?
The guy from across the street, Christian's friend, my brother's friend's father, got sick.
And did he die or he just got sick?
He's still alive.
He's still alive. Well, that's good. That's good. But you heard about a lot of the people who did pass away from the dust?
Yes, I have heard. I keep on point where what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, thank you very much for talking to us.
Fake Bin Laden raid hoax. So they released this the year before they killed Bin Laden, but they still went ahead with the fake Bin Laden raid because it was politically opportune.
So the Bin Laden raid, what do you think really happened?
Nothing happened. There was no raid. It's just a story told by the media. Same thing with 9/11. It was never proven that there was anybody on board those planes.
But
the hijackers were passengers.
Surfing
No, I'm not saying there weren't any
channels
planes.
was right hand.
I don't know what happened to the passengers. Well, we have the evidence in these new tapes where the people say it was drone aircraft. I saw the second plane. My friend saw the second plane. My father said it looked like a military aircraft, whatever hit the towers. The point is, we don't know what happened to those passengers, but it's not up to us to explain. This has all been covered up, and we've been pointing out since 9/11 that this is going to get covered up. It has been covered up. Now people feel stupid now that it's all been released, and I'm pointing to them, look, like, I don't know what to think. I don't have all the answers, but if you go dig through this evidence, you will find the answers, because somebody knows it, they just aren't telling. So secret simply means that somebody knows and they're not telling. It doesn't mean it's unknown or it's inaccessible. It's been kept on purpose hidden by NIST, and then also the Pentagon has a bunch of war game exercises that they just recently declassified. So